live, if you can go to the link in the bio on Instagram, click on that so that we're live on YouTube, and then there's no time limit. So if you can do that now, hey Riri, hey Marina, hey Zizin, if you could please jump onto the YouTube link that's in the bio of Instagram, and I'll see you there. Okay. And if you're joining us here on YouTube, just do me a favor, say a quick hello in the chat section, just so I know who's joining us, and we're going to get started shortly. Okay, and I want to move this so that we can see the mat. Okay. Okay. So if you're joining me on YouTube, just write me a quick hello. Hey, Rita, good morning. Is Brett there with you? Is Maya still sleeping? Or is she playing quietly? I love kids, but God, their work. Hey, Cornetto, you're back. Nice to see you. Bienvenue. Okay. Okay, I'm going to end the Instagram feed. So today what we're going to play with is, hey, nice to see you too. The TV babysitter. Yes, we utilize that a lot as well. With Raf, now that he's 9, we have to use the computer babysitter. That's fun, trying to get him off. He's a little screen addict. The joys of parenting now in the 21st century. Hi, Xing. We are going live on YouTube, so if you can please click on the link in the bio of Instagram, we're going to YouTube, okay? Hey, Vivian, good morning. Nice to see you. Today we're going to play with some arm actions and how it connects to the rest of your core. So everything in your body is connected. You have a fascia chain that runs through all the lines of muscle that are connected, and your core is like central station, okay? Let's see, I'm gonna end Instagram. Here we go. And we're just gonna start our class because I'm feeling it coming. Right. No, delete that video, please. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, there's my espresso machine there behind the chair. Yes, it's very important to have one of those. Okay. All right. I hope that works. Okay. So, when we start a class, I often tell people like just to ground their feet, lift and spread your toes. And the reason why I say to do that is because it wakes up the line of muscle fascia that connects from the feet up the inner line of the leg, along the adductors, right up here into the core. The same thing applies with your arms and your hands. So if you really strengthen your fingers, like make them really, really wide and bring them up, and then you notice if you start to chop the arms down in a downward motion, you get a bit of a contraction here. And what I'm going to say is accentuate that contraction now. So engage your Bandha 2-step, belly in, lift your pelvic floor. So step 1, step 2, hold that, and then chop the arms forward. And notice that there's a connection that accentuates the strength here. Because this line of fascia is coming down this outside line of the arm, along the tricep, here along the serratus muscles, latissimus muscles, and across here into the core. So when we contract these muscles up here, there's a secondary effect that's taking place here. If the arms are in front like this and I chop them down, again, this can lift up more with greater accent. If my arms are here and I try to resist them back, same thing. So you want to feel that connection. And just for fun, we can try it in a chaturanga. So if you're in a chaturanga position or in a plank position, and it's okay if you're on your knees too, you can be on your knees to take chaturanga. You don't have to have straight legs. Karmic points are the same here. But you want to find the action of drawing the arms back and lifting the pelvic floor up. Do that at the same time. So you're here in plank, drag the arms and the shoulder blades back. They're going back, and then lift the pelvic floor as you do this action. And you're going to feel it's a bit more of a challenging chaturanga or a difficult chaturanga, but that's the sensation you want. That's versus kind of just lowering down and your butt sticking up in the air and there's no core engagement. That's the difference between the two. So this action really applies in just about every pose. Even in downward dog, you still want to have the idea of pushing the hands down as you rotate your armpits in. And as you push the hands down, this lifts up. Your pelvic floor is lifting up. The same thing applies if you're in a warrior pose. I often will cue that. Chop the arms forward and then engage your core here. And you'll find there's a strong relationship between the two. Are those the only two things working? No, there's multiple things working, but we're trying to get one new piece of information with every class, and eventually you can bring it all together. Do you put together everything all the time? Well, you certainly try, but is it possible? I don't know. I certainly don't. Things drop out of my memory and I have to remind myself to do it again, which essentially is practice. So there's this. If you're in Navasana, you chop the arms down and it helps you lift your chest up. So it's all the same action. Chop arms down, engage your bandhas, lifting your chest. And you notice it wakes up the whole body. Upward dog, that's a big one. Upward dog is still, for me, a very challenging pose, even though we do it like a gazillion times. If my hands are here and I drag the arms back, it's that action. I don't actually want the hands back here. I want them directly under the shoulders because now I actually have room to work with. And I drag the arms back and then pull my pelvis forward. And you'll find that's a stronger upward dog. It's all the same action of the arm, if that makes any sense. So those are things we want to play with today as we do our class. Does that make sense to everyone? Is everyone getting this? I'll take a minute to take a look at the comments. And then you tell me, do you feel that? Is that working? If you don't understand, let me know. And I'll see if I can illustrate it a different way. Otherwise, if you're good, we'll just start the class and that's it. Okay, I'm going to assume we kind of got it because I'm not seeing comments, or people probably just walked away to go to the bathroom and I'm just talking to myself, and that's okay too. I'm assuming though that it's making sense because you do. It's hard not to feel. Once you start to feel it, you can't unfeel it. Yeah. Okay. This is essentially it. You're chopping the arms down, chopping the arms down, chopping the arms down. Doesn't matter. And as you chop the arms down, lift your pelvis up. Chop the arms down, lift your pelvis up. That's essentially it the whole time. Yeah, you're getting it. Thanks, Cornetto. Okay. So let's come to the front of the mat. Your feet can be hip distance. You work your feet together because as your feet come closer together, it challenges your balance. But depending on what's comfortable for you, there's nothing wrong with keeping your feet apart. But wherever your feet are, really press the feet down, lift and spread your toes. Bring the toes back down, but keep the action of spreading. Breathe. So as you press your feet down, lift the thighs up, your quads are active. Lift your pelvic floor, hold your belly in, and draw the tail down. So we're taking some of the curve out of your lower back. Keep breathing. And as you hold your belly in and lift your pelvic floor, lengthen your rib cage up away from your hips. As your rib cage and sternum lift up, draw the shoulder blades down the back. If you want to find your shoulder blades, take a cactus position. So that's cactus. Bring your elbows forward, your hands back, so the shoulder blades are coming down the back and forward into the chest. Keep the shoulder blades where they are. Just release your hands. Keep breathing. Draw the chin in towards the neck, so you take some of the curve out of your neck, lengthening your the top of your head up to the ceiling. And we'll begin. Inhale, bring your arms up, gaze up towards your thumbs. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back. Inhale, lengthen your head up, hold the belly in. Exhale, push into your hands, step or jump back. Now drag your hands back, lift your pelvis up as you lower down. Inhale, upward dog, arms back, tail forward, Exhale, lift your rib cage up, shift it back, moving into downward dog. Hold here and breathe for 5 breaths. 1. Spread your fingers, spread the toes. Try to make the arms and legs a little bit longer. They don't have to be straight. You just work them there. 2. Lift your rib cage up and shift it back towards the hips so you send more weight to the heels. It's okay to pedal out your feet. 3. Press the hands down as you lift your rib cage. Pull the tail towards your chest. 4. And rotate the armpits in towards each other so the shoulder blades come away from your spine. 5. As you exhale, gaze forward. Inhale, bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Lengthen your head up. Hold the belly in. Exhale, relax your rib cage. Relax your back. Inhale, push into your feet. Come all the way up. Reach away from strong legs. Lifting your pelvic floor. Exhale, Samasthiti. Let's do that again. Inhale, bring the arm. Keep holding in your bandhas. Exhale and fold. Heavy rib cage. Relax lower back. Inhale, lengthen your head up. Holding your belly in. Exhale, push into your hands, step or jump back. Again, resist your arms back, lift your pelvic floor up. Inhale, upward dog, strong legs, heavy hips, arms back, tail forward. Exhale, lift your rib cage up and back as you move into downward dog and breathe. 1. Spreading your fingers and toes, try to work your arms and legs a little bit longer. Hold the belly in, keep breathing. 2, reaching your heels down, lengthen your big toes forward, lengthen your index fingers forward. 3, rotate the armpits in towards each other, curl the tail towards your chest, keep breathing. 4. 5, as you exhale, gaze forward. Inhale, bend the knees, step or hop forward, lengthen your head up. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back. Inhale, push into your feet, come all the way up, reach away from strong legs. And as you bring your arms down, keep lifting your pelvic floor. Samasthiti. Last one, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, relax your lower back. Inhale, lengthen your head up. Exhale, push into your hands, step or jump back, drag the arms back, lift your pelvic floor. Keep that action as you come into upward dog. Arms back, tail forward. Exhale, lift your rib cage up and back, moving into downward dog. 1. Long arms, long legs, long spine, long breath. Try to keep everything as long as you can. 2. Really reaching the hands and feet away from your belly button. Try to make your arms and legs as long as possible. 3. Rotating your armpits in towards each other. Shoulder blades are coming away from the spine. Breathing deeply. 4. 5. If you want to try a jump, drag the arms back as you jump the feet forward. You get a deeper contraction of the core. Exhale and fold. Relax your lower back. Inhale, push into your feet. Come all the way up. Reach away from strong legs. And exhale, Samasthiti. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, bend your knees. Tail forward. Bring your arms up. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back. Inhale, lengthen your head up, hold the belly in. Exhale, push into your hands, step or jump back. Drag the arms back, lift up your pelvic floor as you lower. Inhaling, upward dog, keep the arms resisting back. Exhale, lead with your belly to downward dog. Turn your left foot into a 45-degree angle, step your right foot forward, stay low. We're gonna hold here for 3 breaths. Stay low. Bring your hands on your pelvis, tilt the pelvis up. Tilt the pelvis up, bend the front knee. Tilt the pelvis up, keep your belly in, lift your pelvic floor. Stay with me here. Bend the front knee again. Belly in, lift your pelvic floor, squaring your hips. Now reach your arms up. We're going to hold here for 3. 1, chop your arms forward, bring your rib cage back and lift your pelvic floor. 2, bend the front knee more, try to square your hips, keep breathing. And 3, exhale, bring your hands down. Try to straighten your front leg just for a second, give it a little stretch. And then drag it back, lower chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Arms back, tail forward. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Turn the right foot into a 45-degree angle. Left foot forward. Bend your front knee, stay low. Hands on your pelvis. Inhale, come up, tilt the pelvis. Don't bend your lower back. Bend Bend your front knee. Tilt your pelvis. Belly in, lift your pelvic floor. Belly in, lift your pelvic floor. Belly in. Again, square your hips, lift your pelvic floor. Now bring your arms up. Breathe. 1. Chop your arms, your cage back, and tail forward. 2. Try to reach your hands higher, tail lower. And 3. Exhale, bring the hands down. Again, just straighten out that front leg for a second. Give it a little stretch. And then drag your left foot back. Lower chaturanga. Arms back with your pelvic floor. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift your rib cage up, shift it back into downward dog. Hold here for 5 breaths. It's okay to take child's pose and rest. 1. Long arms, long legs, long spine, long breath. 2. Slow down the inhales. Control the exhales. 3. Curl the tail towards your chest so you round the lower back, keeping your bandhas engaged. 4. 5. As you exhale, gaze forward. Inhale, bend your knees, step or hop forward, lengthen your head up. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back, heavy ribs. Inhale, bend your knees, tail forward. Bring your arms up. You still want to find that chop here. And exhale, come back up to standing Samasthiti. Separate your feet hip distance, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, catch your big toes, lengthen your head up. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back, heavy ribs. Hold here. 1. So lean your hips forward, press the feet down, work your legs straighter. It's okay if they're bent, I'll still be your friend. 2. And imagine a string in the belly button that lifts up. Now let your rib cage be heavy and lengthen down. It's okay to bring your hands here on the ribs. Feel the extra weight. 3. If you're grabbing the toes, bend the elbows and bring the shoulders away from the ears. 4. Try to pull your toes off. You'll come a little bit deeper still. And 5. Inhale your head up. Exhale, stay there, do nothing. Next, inhale, step on the palms, the soles of your feet. Totally fine to bend your knees. Exhale, fold. Eventually work them straight. And if they don't come straight, I'm still your friend. Breathe. 1. Lean your hips forward, press the feet down. Try to work your legs straighter. They don't have to be straight. 2. String on your belly button lifting up. Try to tilt your pelvis forward more. That's where you get your stretch. 3. Bending your elbows, shoulders away from your ears. 4. 5. Inhale, bring your head up. And exhale, work your way back up into standing. Samasthiti, Trikonasana. So I'm going to just step my left foot back so I can face the camera. Otherwise, you can step your right foot back. Just do what works. Right foot is at the front of the mat. And you turn your left foot inwards. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, shift the hips towards the left as you reach towards the right. And then you bring your right hand down on the shin, the front foot, as you work the front leg longer. It's okay if it's bent. I'm your friend. Maybe work it straighter. 2, and try to lengthen on this underside. So we're not rounding, we're lengthening this way. 3, push your top hand forward. So there's the action of the arm again. As you push it forward, you twist your chest up. 4, hold the belly in, find your bandha 2-step as you push that top hand forward. 5, exhale it down. Inhale, coming up. We're going to just pivot the feet towards the left. Arms up. Exhale, shift your hips towards the right. But you lengthen and reach towards the left. Hand comes down on shin, ankle, or foot. Right hand on the hip. Maybe up to the ceiling. Same karmic points. Breathe. 1, so you still favor the inner edge of your front foot. Work in the front leg longer. Maybe lift your big toe. 2, keep the strength in your back leg. Hold your belly in. Lift your pelvic floor. 3, and then push your top hand forward. Don't let it fall back. Push it forward. Now twist up. 4, belly in. Lift your pelvic floor. Push your top hand forward. It strengthens the pose. 5, exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. We're going to turn the feet to the front of the mat again. It's okay if your feet are hip distance. Right hand on the hip, left hand up. Exhale, pull your hips back. Reach your left hand forward. Same thing, only twisting. You can bring your hand down the inside edge of the foot, on top or outside. If you have a block, I have blocks now. You can bring your hand on the block and twist up. Maybe release your hand up. Hold here and breathe. Well, that's weird with a block. And that's 1. So you still favor the inner edge of your front foot. Try to bring your right hip back and left hip forward. 2, Hold your belly in, lift your pelvic floor. Now lengthen. Keep focusing on length away from your hips. 3, push your top hand forward as you lift your pelvic floor. So there's the chop action again. 4 and 5. Exhale, look down. Inhale up, turn your feet towards the left. Other side. Left hand on the hip, right hand up. Exhale. Pull your left hip back, reach your right hand forward. Hand comes down on the inside edge of the foot, maybe on top or outside edge. And you can twist up. Maybe reach your left hand up and breathe. 1, so you still favor the inner edge of your left foot. Try to work your left leg straight. It doesn't have to come straight. 2, belly in, lift your pelvic floor and twist up. 3, push your top hand forward as you lift your pelvic floor and keep finding length. 4, so you're lengthening the rib cage away from your hips. 5, exhale, look down. Inhale up, we'll pivot the feet in front. This time we'll just take a wider stand for Parsvakonasana and bend your right knee. So you want the hips to stay square. All I'm doing is bending the right knee. That's it. Elbow can come on the knee, left arm above the left ear. This is one version. Maybe hand on a block. I like fingertips instead of a flat palm because it forces my leg to work more. 1, chop the arm down, twist your chest up. 2, the more you twist up, the deeper your inhale can be. 3, push your head back, lengthen your rib cage away from the hips. 4, 5, exhale, look down. Inhale, coming up, and we'll pivot the feet towards the left. Again, keep your hips where they are. We're just bending the left knee. Don't do anything else. And then you can bring the elbow on the knee, right arm above the right ear. Maybe left hand down. Up to you. Breathe. 1, opening up the knees towards the wall behind you. Lift your pelvic floor. This is engaged. 2, you chop the top arm down. Lift your pelvic floor. Twist up. It's the chopping action. 3, deep breath as you twist up more. 4 and 5. Exhale, look down. Inhale, coming up. We'll pivot the feet towards the right. Come down to the left knee. Left elbow is going to come across your right knee. So again, you don't want this rib cage to drop. You're going to lift the rib cage up, lengthen and twist, and then lower the armpit down towards the knee. Do that again. Lift your rib cage up, twist a little bit more, close the gap between the armpit and the knee. You can take the hands in prayer, maybe left hand down, maybe straighten your back leg and bring the right arm above the right ear. 1, chop the top arm down, twist up. 2, belly in, lift your pelvic floor. 3, left shoulder blade goes down the back, lengthen your rib cage forward. 4 and 5. Well done. Inhale, come up. We'll pivot the feet towards the left. Come down to the right knee. Take your time. Bring the right elbow across the left knee. Lift your rib cage up. Twist. Bring your armpit closer to the knee. We'll do that again. Lift your rib cage up. Twist armpit towards the knee. Hands can stay in prayer. Maybe right hand down. Straighten your left leg. Maybe left arm above your right ear. 1, right shoulder blade goes down the back. 2, chop your top arm down, twist up, hold your belly in. 3, lift your pelvic floor as you chop the top arm down to help you twist. 4, 5, exhale, look down. Inhale, coming all the way up. This time we'll bring our big toes pointing inwards. Hands on your hips. Inhale your chest up. Exhale, fold hands down between your feet, shoulder distance. Inhale, lengthen your head up. Exhale, hinging from the pelvis. You can use your hands to help you. Hold here, Parsvakonasana. 1, lean your hips forward, press the feet down, try to make the legs straighter. 2, instead of a chopping action, bring your elbows in and then try to bend your elbows more. You'll bring the head down. 3, heavy rib cage, lengthening your lower back. 4, 5, inhale your head up. Exhale, bring your hands forward, start to walk your feet out to the side in a wide-legged splits. And you want to expose the soles of the feet to the wall. You don't want the feet flat because that'll overstretch your ankles. So you can stay here, maybe lower down to your elbows. Some people come all the way down to your chest. I don't hate them because I'm spiritually advanced. Hold here. And that's 1. Flex your feet so the legs are strong. 2, bring your hips back. Hold your belly in. Now lengthen your chest forward. 3, Breathe. 4. And 5. Inhale, coming back with your feet into the original position. Exhale and fold. We're just going to take the hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. You can inhale again. And exhale, maybe you can drop the hands down behind the head. Hold here. 1. So we're just trying to stretch out the whole rotator cuff here. 2. Lean your hips forwards. Press your feet down. Work your legs straighter. 3. Your belly lifts up. Your rib cage lengthens down. Shoulders are heavy. 4. And 5. Inhale, work your way back up. And exhale, we'll come back to the front of the mat for Samasthiti. I'm just going to face the camera for the next pose. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Balancing time. Balancing time. So I'm going to bring my left hand on the hip. And I want to keep all the weight pressing down into this left foot. Then inhale your right knee up. Maybe catch the big toe. Maybe your leg comes straight. Doesn't matter. Hold here. 1. If your knee is bent, lead the heel forward. It doesn't have to come straight. 2. If your leg is straight, point the foot, tighten the grip, bend your elbow, lift the leg up higher. 3. Allow this right hip to drop. As the right hip drops, your leg comes higher. 4. 5. Inhale your head up and exhale the leg or the knee out to the side. Gaze towards the left. 1. So you're dumping weight into your left foot over and over. 2. Belly and lift your pelvic floor. 3. Try to bend your right elbow so the biceps are working. 4. And 5. Inhale into center. Just 1 breath. Exhale and fold chin to the shin. Then inhale, release. Hands in your hips. 1. Point the foot but flex the big toe. 2. Draw the right leg into the hip socket against the strength of your left leg. 3. Right leg comes in. Left leg pushes down, grow tall. 4. And 5. Bend your right leg back. Catch the foot. So we're just going to stretch the front of the hip flexor. Left hand up as an option. It's okay to use the wall or you fold forward. 1. Don't go deeper, just breathe. 2. And as you breathe, try to soften the front of the right hip flexor. Bring the breath here. 3. If you can kick the foot into the hand and lead the foot higher. 4. And 5. Inhale, work your way back up. And exhale, release. Shake it out if you need to, another side. All the way into your right foot. Inhale your left knee or big toe or leg straight. Hold. 1. If your knee is bent, lead the heel forward and stop at your tension point. 2. If your leg is straight, point the foot, tighten the grip, bend your elbow. 3. And if you can, drop your left hip to bring the foot higher. 4. 5. Inhale your head up and exhale the leg or the knee out to the side, gaze towards the right. 1. We're putting weight down into your right foot over and over. 2. If you can, bend your left elbow so the bicep works. 3. Roll your heel forward so you level your hips. 4. 5. Inhale your leg into center. Exhale if you can, fold for a second, then inhale, release. Hold here. 1. Point your left foot but flex the big toe. 2. Pull the leg into the hip socket and push your right foot down. 3. So keep finding this action. Grow tall. 4. And 5. Kick your leg back, catch the left foot, right hand up. Exhale if you can and fold. 1. Just relax the front of your left hip flexor. 2. You don't have to go deeper, you have to breathe. 3. 4. And 5. Inhale coming up and exhale release. We'll just shake it out. Hip openers. Inhale, bring the right foot above your left knee. And exhale, we'll bend the standing leg. You can bring the hands with the elbows in your shin. That's a pose. If you have blocks, you can bring your hands there. Or bring your fingertips to the floor, maybe palms to the floor. Try to drop your hips. Hold here. 1. So chopping action here is you're resisting the arms back against your shin. 2. And as you resist the arms back, lift your pelvic floor. Hold your belly in. And now it's more intense. 3. Bend your standing leg so your legs are almost parallel to the floor. 4. And 5. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, stay there, do nothing. Inhale, slowly work your way back up. Exhale, release. Other side. Inhale, left foot above your right knee. Exhale, bend your standing leg. Maybe elbows on your shin or fingertips to the floor. You do what you can. Take your time. There's no rush. 1. Flex the left foot against your right arm. Bend your standing leg a bit more. 2. Resist the arms back against the shin. Pull your tail forward towards the shin. 3. And as you bend your standing leg, you're trying to bring your shins or your thighs parallel to the floor. Keep your gaze up. 4. 5. Inhale, straighten your standing leg. Exhale, do nothing. Inhale, work your way back up. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Come back to the front. We're going to do a sun salutation into our warrior poses. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale and fold. Relax your lower back. Inhale, lengthen your head up. Exhale, push into your hands, step or jump back. Now resist your hands back. Lift your pelvic floor. Hold your bandhas. Good. Inhale, coming up. Upward dog. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Turn the left foot into a 45. Step your right foot forward. Stay low. Hands on your pelvis. Inhale, tilt your pelvis up, not your lower back. Tilt the pelvis up, bend the front knee more. Breathe. Belly in, lift your pelvic floor. Do that again. Good. Now bring your arms up. 1. If you want, you could take cactus pose for a second. Find your shoulder blades. Now bring your arms straight up. 2. Chop your arms forward. Rib cage back, tail forward. 3. Bend the standing leg more. Hands higher, tail lower. 4. 5. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Turn the feet towards the left. And we'll bend the left knee. And one day my voice will change permanently. 1. Go ahead, take cactus if you want. Find your shoulder blades. Just straighten the arms now. 2. Lift your pelvic floor as you chop your arms forward. Rib cage back, lift. 3. Left hip back, right hip forward. Keep breathing. 4. 5. Inhale, open up your palms. Warrior 2 position, hold here. 1. So again, if you want to find your shoulder blades, turn the palms up. Keep the shoulder blades in place. Now bring your palms down. 2. Don't let the weight fall towards the bent leg. Pull the weight back towards your back leg. 3. Chop the arms down this way. Lift your pelvic floor. Bend your knee again. 4. 5. Straighten your left leg. Turn the feet towards the right. Exhale. Bend your right knee. Hold. And that's 1. Again, if you want to turn the palms up, find your shoulder blades, go ahead. Turn your palms down. 2. Open up the knees towards the wall behind you. Keep breathing. 3. Chop the arms down. Lift your pelvic floor. Bend the knee again. Different pose now. 4. 5. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step your right foot back. Resist the arms back. Lift your pelvic floor as you lower. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees. We'll come into a pigeon lunge. Bring your right knee towards the right hand. Come all the way down onto your right hip. It's okay if your back leg is bent. Just keep this right foot flexed. And when we start to lower down, we want to turn the left side of the body in towards your right thigh. So you can stay on the left foot, maybe lift up your left knee, but keep your right hip down, and then lower all the way down. Hold. 1. Flex your right foot, keep your right hip down. 2. Keep rotating your left side in towards the right leg. 3. If you can push your arms down, lift your tail forward towards your shin. 4. 5. Inhale, work your way up. We're going to swing the left leg around. Bring your left foot on top of the right knee. And it's normal for your knee to be up like that. You're not doing anything wrong. Maybe you hug the right arm around your left knee and try to work your way down. You can stay here. If your leg does come down, you can stay here or bring your hands forward and come into a forward bend. 1. Flex both feet. Breathe. 2. Hold your belly in, lift your pelvic floor. 3. If your hands are in front of you, push your hands down and pull the tail towards your hands. 4. And 5. Inhale, coming up, and we're going to switch sides. Bring the left knee down so you're completely on the left hip and swing your right leg around. And it's okay if that back leg is bent. I'm still your friend. We lower down here. Maybe you straighten your back leg. Maybe come onto the top of the foot or lift your knee up. But you want to keep this left hip down. That's the point. 1, so I'm favoring all of my right side in toward the left. 2, it's like I'm trying to get my belly button to face my left thigh. That's the action. 3, if your hands are down in front of you, push the hands down, chop them down, lift the pelvic floor, tail towards your hands. 4, 5, inhale, come up, swing the right leg around and bring your right foot on top of the left knee. This is totally normal. If your knee is up, you can stay here with the hands behind you or left arm around your right knee. Maybe push the knee down. You just stop at your tension point and breathe. The karmic point's the same. Your enlightenment does not lie in your level of flexibility. So let's just dismiss that thought, please. You find your tension point and breathe. The actions, though, are the same. 1, so no matter where you are, flex both feet. Thighs come into the hips. 2, and no matter where you are, belly in, lift your pelvic floor. 3, and no matter where you are, you chop the arms down in a down or a backwards motion. Lengthen your chest forward like that. 4, breathe. It's all the same. We're all doing the same work. And 5, inhale, coming back up. Exhale, release. And if you want, you could take a break there or take a vinyasa. Push into your hands, step or jump back, resist the arms back, lift your pelvic floor as you lower. Inhaling upward dog, this is optional. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, come forward to a seated position. Okay, Dandasana. Try to keep your legs straight, hands beside your hips. Push into your hands, grow tall. So here the arms are resisting back a bit. Hold here, just like upward dog. 1, legs come into the hip sockets, now grow tall. 2, resist the arms back, lift your chest up. 3, and as you resist the arms back, lift your pelvic floor. 4, belly in, lift here. And 5, inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, keep your legs strong and lengthen forward. We're going in this direction, lengthen forward. You can take another couple of breaths. Keep lengthening forward, lengthening forward, lengthening forward. You can grab onto your feet, grab onto your shins. It's okay if you bend your legs. Do what you can. Breathe. Tension point and breathe. That's it. 1, slow down the inhale. Control the exhale. 2, if your knees are bent, maybe you slide your heels forward a little bit. Maybe. 3, if you're grabbing your feet, bend the elbows, shoulders back, chest forward. 4, 5, inhale, coming up. Exhale, release the hands behind you 6 inches for Purvottanasana. Shoulders forward, chest up, belly in like you're at the beach. Inhale, push your heels down, lift up your hips, up your head back, hold there. 1, shift more weight to the feet. 2, it's okay if you bend your knees and take tabletop. 3, shoulders forward, chest up, belly in. 4, and 5, and lowering down. Then you could take a break there or vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower. Full inhales every time, upward dog. Full exhales every time, downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, coming forward into a seated position. Keep your left leg straight. Lift up your right leg. And we'll just roll the right leg around for a bit just to loosen up the tendons. And you can stay here, lifting up your ankle. Maybe bring the hands underneath the shin in a prayer position, or wrap the arms on the front of the shin. Roll your right hip forward towards your left foot. Grow tall. Hold here. 1, this leg is strong. Grow tall with the energy of that leg. 2, flex your right foot, heel higher, shin closer to your chest. 3, now with your arms, you can actually push down a little bit. So the arms push down, resist your chest up, hold your belly in. 4, imagine this leg behind your head. That's where it's going to go eventually. And 5, okay, we'll just release that leg forward and switch sides. Lift up your left leg. And we'll just swing the leg around a bit in the socket. Maybe you can bring the hands underneath now, or wrap the arms on the front of the shin. Karmic points are the same. Roll your left hip forward towards your right foot. Grow tall, breathe. 1, right leg is strong. You grow tall with that energy. 2, flexing your left foot, bring the heel higher and shin closer to your chest. 3, you still have a subtle action of drawing your arms down, lift your chest up against that. 4, imagine this leg behind your head. And 5, and release the pose. And if you want, you could take a break there or vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering it to chaturanga. Arms back, lifting your pelvic floor. Inhale, upward dog. Arms back, tail forward. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, coming forward to a seated position. We'll take Baddha Konasana. Bring your feet together, let the knees come out to the side. And it's normal for your knees to be lifting like that. You can massage the adductor. This is the muscle here we're stretching, the adductor. Massage it down. Otherwise, you want to lengthen the knees out to the side. So this is the point now. Maybe start to hinge your pelvis forward, coming deeper to the pose. And breathe. 1, lengthen your knees out to the side. 2, hold your belly in, lengthen your chest forward. 3, again, keep thinking of length forward. Lengthen forward, lengthen forward. 4, 5. Inhale, coming up. Make 2 fists, put them behind your feet. Push your heels forward, round your back, head towards your feet. Hold here. 1, pushing your feet forward. 2, if you really want to go nuts, bring your hands underneath the feet. Try to lift the feet up. 3, they don't lift, but just want to find the action. Maybe they lift a little bit. 4, 5, inhale your head up. Use your hands to help you lift the knees. We'll straighten the legs, Upavishta. So again, if you're not flexible, bring your hands behind you and just play with shifting your pelvis forward. That's work. Maybe bring the hands on your shins or in front. Maybe you can catch your feet. But again, the direction is not down. The direction is forward. The direction is forward as you lower down. Keep your legs strong. Hold here. 1, flex your feet. Press the legs down so the entire leg is engaged. 2, so as your legs engage, lift your belly, lift your pelvic floor. Hinge from your pelvis. 3, you can bring the hands down. Push the hands down. That's your chopping action. Lift your pelvic floor and lengthen. 4, 5, inhale, work your way back up. Exhale, stay there, do nothing. Next inhale, lean your way back, lift up your hands, lift up your legs, catch your feet. 1, and it's fine if your legs are bent or if you're only on 1 foot. I'm still your friend. 2, maybe you work the legs straighter, maybe point your feet. 3, so there's still a subtle chopping your arms down and lifting your chest up. It's very subtle, but it's there. 4, and 5, and cross your shins. And if you want, you can take a break there or vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower. Find your arms again. Inhaling, upward dog. Arms back, tail forward. Exhale, lead with your belly as you move into downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, coming forward to seated position. We'll do Marichasana. Let's do Virasana for some internal rotation. So if you have a block or a book, that's great. And you can sit on a block, so we're on the shins for Virasana, hero's pose. If you can go ahead and sit all the way onto the floor, but you want to be comfortable. You don't want to overtax the knees. If you have to sit on 2 or 3 books or 2 or 3 blocks, you go ahead and do that. There's no loss of karmic points. Again, it's just about finding your tension point and sitting there and breathing. That's it. You don't have to go deeper. That's ridiculous. So we can stay here. Maybe your hips come down. Hands come onto the fronts of the knees. Resist the arms back. So there's the chopping. Lift your chest up. Hold here. 1, push your feet down and pull the tail forward. Lift up your pelvic floor. 2, and then you resist the hands back. As you do that, belly in, lift up your pelvic floor. 3, deep breath up into the chest. 4, and 5. We're going to release the hands behind you. And we're going to do a bit of a back bend here. So you push the feet down and lift up your hips. That's one version. You can hold here. Maybe come down into the elbows and grab your feet. As you grab your feet, try to pull the feet back. Lift your hips up. Hold there. 1, push your feet down. Lift your tail up to the ceiling. 2, drag your hands back and hips up. 3, your tail is curling up towards your chest, protecting your lower back. 4. And 5, and lowering down. Slowly work your way back up. Use your hands to help you. And then we'll come and take a very comfortable child's pose just to counter. Hold here. Once 1. Draw the tail down towards your heels. 2. Let your head and shoulders roll forward and be heavy. 3. Breathe here in the back side of the rib cage. 4. And 5. Slowly work your way back up. And just step your hands forward, step your feet back. We'll lower into Chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog, preparing for Navasana. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, come forward to a seated position. Lean your weight back. Use your hands to help you lift the feet. You can hold here or release your legs. We'll start here. 1, chop the arms down, lift your chest up. 2, as you chop your arms, maybe straighten your legs. 3, chop your arms, shoulders back, chest up. 4. And 5, cross your shins. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift up. 1, chop your arms down, lift your chest up. 2, belly in, lift your pelvic floor. 3, chop your arms down again. Keep lifting your chest. Shoulders back, chest forward. 4. And 5, cross your shins. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift up. 1, arms down, chest up. 2, the legs come into the hips. Belly in, lift your pelvic floor. 3, shoulders back, chest up. 4. And 5, and cross your shins. And you can take a break there, or vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower. Full inhales, upward dog every time. Full exhales, downward dog every time. Gaze forward, bend the knees, coming forward into a seated position and lie down on your backs, preparing for back bends. So we can take a bridge pose, and that's fine. So a bridge pose is when you bend your legs, you lift up the hips, and you can grab your feet or interlace the fingers underneath you. If you want to take Urdhva Dhanurasana, try to find that cactus position while you're on your head first. So you get that cactus position, shoulder blades down your back, then you work the arms straight. Otherwise, hold here with me. Inhale, whenever you're ready, go ahead, lift up and hold. 1, so if you're grabbing the feet, kick the feet into the hands, resist the hands back. 2, and I'm still chopping the arms down. As I chop the arms down, I lift my hips up. 3, belly in, lifting by pelvic floor, tail to the chest. 4, chest to the wall behind you. And 5, and lower down. And again, inhale, lift up. 1, kick the feet into the hands, resist the hands back so you come higher. 2, chopping your arms down, lifting your hips higher. 3, belly in, lifting your pelvic floor. 4. And 5, and lowering down. Last one, inhale, lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and lowering down. And you can hug the knees in towards your chest. Maybe rock side to side, just massaging your paraspinal muscles for a second. And we'll twist it out. So bring your hands up to the side. Allow your knees to fall towards the right. You can bring your right hand on top of the left knee. That's an option. Gaze towards the left. Some people like to cross their legs. Go ahead. Do what works and breathe. 1, relax everything. Let everything be heavy. 2, heavy legs, heavy hips, heavy rib cage. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, coming back up into center. And if you want to shift your hips, go ahead. And then exhale, let your legs fall towards the left. Gaze towards the right. Maybe left hand on the right knee. Just do a twist that works for you, that makes you feel some relief. Hold there. 1, heavy hips, heavy ribs, heavy legs. 2, don't be active here. Be completely relaxed. It's hard. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. We'll bring the legs back into center. Hug the legs in towards your chest. And then rock up to a seated position. If you want, you can take a vinyasa or sit and breathe. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower. Full inhales every time. Full exhales every time. Gaze forward, bend the knees coming forward, and we'll just take a forward bend. If you want, you can bend your knees and hug your legs. It's a very comfortable forward bend. Maybe work your leg straight point. 2, don't push this pose. We're going to hold here for 10 breaths. 3, so gravity do the work. Let the breath. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly work your way back up. And if you want, you could take a break or vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower. Full inhales, upward dog. Full exhales, downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, come forward to a seated position. We're just going to do 2 inversions, and then we're going to do our seated positions. We're going to skip headstand today. So lying down your backs. Inhale, if you want, you could just lift up your legs. And that's a pose instead of a shoulder stand. Otherwise, lift your hips up, legs up, hands on your lower back for support. Hold there. 1, encourage the feet towards the elbows and the tail towards your face. You'll straighten out more. 2, and try to bring the hands lower on your back if you can. 3, maybe bring the elbows closer together behind your back. 4, 5, 6, relax your throat, relax the breath. 7, and 8, lowering the legs down into Halasana, plow pose. You can keep your hands on your back, maybe take the hands on the mat, or interlace the fingers and onto the mat. That's 1, gaze towards your feet. 2, keep your thighs up. It doesn't matter if your feet come down. 3, drag the legs into the hip sockets. 4, shoulders down, belly in, thighs up. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring the hands on the mat. Slowly lower your legs down. And then you can bend the knees, bring the knees into your chest. And from here, we'll rock up into a seated position. If you want to take a vinyasa, go ahead. Inhale, pick up, and exhale, jump back lower. Full inhales, upward dog. Full exhales, downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees coming forward to seated. If you can take full lotus, go ahead. Otherwise, just take one foot in front of the other. That's fine. You can catch the elbows and fold forward. If that's uncomfortable, bring the hands in front of you and just relax. You can rest your head on your hands if you want. Make 2 fists. Just relax there. Hold there. Maybe 1 fist. It's 2. Allow your head and shoulders to roll forward. 3, try to keep your hips down and lengthen forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly work your way back up. Take Chin Mudra. Index fingers to the thumbs, backs to the hands, the fronts to the knees. Padmasana, lotus, breathe. 1, flex your feet. Press the legs down, lift your pelvic floor. 2, and you can chop the arms down on the knees. Lift your chest up as you lift your pelvic floor. 3. Slow down your breath. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And then lift the gaze and release the mudra. We're going to prepare for Uprittihi. If you want to bring in blocks or books to help you lift, go ahead. Bring the knees towards your chest. Lean your weight forward and he'll lift up. 1. Knees up. 2. Lift up your pelvic floor. 3. Curl the tail up towards your chest. 4. Shorten the waist. 5. Push the floor away like it's hot. 6. Knees up. 7. Hips back, chest forward. 8. Curl the tail, round your front. 9. And 10. Lowering down. Very well done. We'll take one last vinyasa. Just step your hands forward, step your feet back, and lower down. Full inhale into upward dog, and you take your time. Full exhales, downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, come forward into a seated position, and lie down on your backs, preparing for Navasana. So if you want to bring in a book or a block for your pillow, go ahead. You just want it to allow you to lengthen the back of your neck. So as you lie down, you can lift your head up, chin to the chest, and then slowly let your head relax down. You can take the hands to cactus so the shoulder blades find a comfortable place. Then straighten your arms. Lift up your hips, lengthen your tail towards the back of the mat. Walk your feet down. And we'll stay here for a couple of minutes. Rest is very important. This is where your body learns and remembers. Hold. Let your body sink and relax. Surrender your body to gravity 100%. Your body should feel like a stone that's been plunged into the middle of a pond. Every time you exhale, your body sinks deeper into that pond, moving deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation. And we'll just stay here for another minute. And bringing the awareness back to your breath. Start taking deeper breaths. Bringing your awareness into your body, moving fingers and toes, rotate your wrists and ankles. Slowly bring the legs back together, the arms up behind the head, and an inhale, come into a stretch, arms, legs, fingers, toes, reach. And exhale, just let it go. Bend your knees, rolling onto your right side. Hold the left hand in front of you. And slowly we'll work your way back up into towards a seated position. And we'll close the class. Namaste. Thanks for joining me this morning. I hope that served you and it helped you. I hope that it informed your practice. We're doing another free class again on Sunday at 10 a.m. So not 9 a.m., 10 a.m. We're going to let people sleep a little bit more on the weekend. I'm also doing a workshop on Saturday on backbends and finding the actions of backbends, different ways to find them. Thank you, Cornetta, for joining me. That's a paid workshop. It's 2 hours. It's $20. And that's this coming Saturday. If you have questions about it, let me know. So if you're not that flexible in backbends, then yes, do it. If you are flexible in backbends, but they don't feel strong, then yeah, it's a good idea to do it. If you don't have an income though, please send me a direct message and we'll work something out. And I don't want you to worry about it, okay? But I hope this helps everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste. I love everybody and I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day.